then you should record the session. So it's
Okay.
all related with quadratic equations. And since we know that the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, so you can create any line if you know the slope and you know the y-intercept. And if I tell you, well, the slope is 2/3 and the y-intercept is 4, then I can say that, okay, if the slope is 2/3 and y-intercept is 4, I can start with 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4 here. I can go rise over run as 2/3. I can go rise as 2 units, 1, 2, and run as 3 units, 1, 2, 3. So I'll be having one more point, which is here. And then I can join these 2 points. I'll be getting this line. And this line is y equals 2/3x plus 4, right?
Yeah.
And the line where the line cuts the y-axis, that's called the y-intercept. And where the line cuts the x-axis, that's called the
X-intercept.
x-intercept. Now, if you know the equation of a line, will you be able to directly calculate the x-intercept? And how can you?
If you you make the y equal to 0.
Very good. Because that x-intercept, y is 0. So you'll be plugging in y as 0. 0 equals 2/3x plus 4. Subtracting 4, you'll be getting -4 equals 2/3x. So you're having 2/3 here. That means you can multiply the reciprocal of it, 3/2 to both sides. You'll be getting 3 times -4 is -12 divided by 2 equals x, or you can say -6 equals x. So this point is -6, 0.
Mm-hmm.
And this point, y-intercept is 0, 4, right?
Yeah.
So the line with where the line cuts the x-axis, that's the x-intercept, and that's also called the solution. That's also called the 0. That's also called the root. So this is all related with equation of a line. And why line is created? Because the x is having the power of 1. Okay, whenever the x is having the highest power of 1, then when you graph it, it'll be a line. But when you're when you're dealing with x raised to the power of 2, so let's see here. If you're having y equals not mx plus b, like if you take the simplest parabola, it'll be having it'll be like this: y equals x squared. When you graph it, it'll not be a line now. It'll be a curved, curved thing. It'll be a curve like that. So what type of curve will it be? I can show it here.
Parabola.
Parabola, exactly. It'll be a parabola. And how that is seen here, we can go to the calculator and we can graph it. Y equals x squared. Plugging in the values of x, as 1, 2, 3, 0, -1, -2, -2, -3, and then getting the values of y, and then plotting them in this graph, and then getting, the parabola. See here, y equals x squared, or f of x equals x squared. It's one and the same thing. So you're having y equals x squared as a parabola, which is
Mm-hmm.
having the x-intercept at
X squared.
where it is cutting the x-axis,
It's cutting it at 0.
and where it is cutting the y-axis.
It's not at 0.
It's at 0, both. So its y-intercept is
0.
right. Its x-intercept is
0.
right. So that means its solution is 0. Like it's 0, or the root, or the 0 is 0, or the roots are 0. So this is a parabola, which is the simplest parabola possible. Y equals x squared. Now, if you want to shift this parabola up, then you have to add the y-intercept, like for example, +4. If you're writing +4, then it'll be shifting up +4. Enter. It has shifted to 4 units up. Now the y-intercept is 4. So this number, which is a simple constant number, if you add that number to x squared, it is the y-intercept, as it was in the line y equals mx plus b. In the same way, you're having here this constant as a y-intercept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to shift this down, what should I write here?
A negative number.
Exactly. Let's do -3. Enter. So here it's -3. Y-intercept is -3.
Yeah.
Now, okay, going up and down means adding or subtracting a number, but going right or left means what? Let's go back to
Um,
that. Yeah,
Putting a coefficient for the for the x.
very good guess, but not the coefficient, but we can have it like this. If you're having y equals x squared as an equation, now what you can do is you can add or subtract a number with x, like x plus 2
Oh,
square or x
oh,
minus
okay.
2 square. But here, this is not straightforward as it was here. Like you're adding 4, you're going +4 up. You're subtracting 4, you're going -4 down. But when you're adding 2 to x, then you're going not the right, but the left. See here, I'll be showing it. So you're having x plus 2 whole square. Enter. So you're going left 2 units. Your x-intercept is -2. Are you getting?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go to the right, then you'll be subtracting the number x minus 3, for example. So you're going to the right. Are you getting?
Yeah. I get it.
So let's go back to the basic parabola. Y equals x squared. Now, if you're having y equals x squared, um, one second, I'll be just clearing all this. Now, if you're having y equals x squared and you want to know the parabola, when you want to know the equation of parabola, which is here, like this. This point, which is the minimum point of parabola here, this is called vertex.
Mm-hmm.
This point is called vertex. Now, if you wanna shift this parabola, which is having the equation as y equals x squared, to this point, to this place, what should we do? The
If you
equation
want to, you would do the negative x.
y equals x squared is an equation. So what changes will you do to this to get the equation for this parabola?
You add a y-intercept.
How much?
Um, 6. I, I can't tell.
You can tell, why not?
It's a bit small. The graph.
Small graph?
7. You make the y-intercept a -7.
But isn't this horizontal line? It's a x coordinate. The y-intercept is where the line cuts where the line is going up, like y-axis. Oh,
Um,
you're not having any y-intercept here, like because you're not able to see that. It'll be like going like when you go up and up and up and up. So it'll be you know, y-intercept is where the graph cuts the y-axis. So uh, now what you're doing here is you're shifting the parabola to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 units to the left. So won't you
Mm.
add 7 to x?
Okay.
And you're shifting it 2 units up, right?
Yeah.
Let's graph it here. Uh, let's do x plus 7. So we have shifted it to the left 7 units, and let's add 2. We have reached to that spot. So plus 2. So this is the equation of that parabola which we need, which is having the vertex at negative 7 comma 2.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it again. I want to have a parabola which is here. So first of all, I need to know what's the coordinate of the vertex. What is this?
It's
Mhm.
at 5,
Comma?
5, 3.
Right. Now what you can do here is, since you know that the basic parabola is y equals x squared, which is here, I can shift this parabola 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 3 units to the up, right?
Yeah.
So what should I write? Y equals x.
X plus 5 squared.
That'll be the problem, because x plus 5 means you're shifting it to the left.
Oh, X minus 5
Squared, and then
plus 3.
right. So this is the equation of the parabola, which is here. So I can
So,
show, yeah,
when you subtract from the X, it means you're going right.
right, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I told you. It's not straightforward. In case of like going up and down, if you go up and down, it's straightforward. If you add, you'll be going up. If you subtract, you're going down. But in case of the, right or left, it'll be opposite. When you're subtracting, it'll be going to the right, and when you're adding, it'll be going to the left.
Okay.
So this equation, which is giving you directly the coordinate of the vertex, you see, 5 comma 3 is the coordinate of the vertex, which is what you can say, which is inside this equation, clearly seen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this type of equation is called vertex form of parabola, which is giving you directly the coordinate of the vertex. So the general form can be written as y equals x minus h whole square plus k, or even a you'll be having at the front. Y equals a times x minus h whole square plus k. So this equation is called the equation of a parabola in vertex form.
Um,
It's just the representation. Do you remember the different ways of writing the equation of a line? Standard form, slope-intercept form, and so on, right? Hello?
yeah, I'm here.
So do you remember the representation of a equation of a line? Like the slope form,
Yeah, it was
slope-intercept form, yeah.
y equals mx plus b.
And standard form,
Uh, ax plus by equals c.
very good. So in the same way, you're having the representations of the parabola in different form. One is called the vertex form. y equals a times x minus h whole square plus k. So remember this form. And second one is called the standard form, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c.
So the first one was y equals h.
A times x minus h
um,
whole square plus k,
Okay,
where h comma k is the coordinate of the vertex.
okay.
And when you simplify this vertex form, you'll be getting the standard form. See, we're having one equation here is y equals x plus 7 whole square plus 2, isn't it? Here.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll be simplifying it, we know that y equals, can you simplify this? Y equals x plus 7 whole square. How much should I write it?
When you simplify it, it'll be y equals x plus 7, in parentheses x plus 7 plus 2.
Okay. Then,
And then I'm not sure what you mean when you want me to simplify it, like factor it out.
factor it out, yeah.
Okay, so then you'll get y equals x squared plus 49.
Not only that, you're having
Wait, sorry, I
distributive
didn't
property,
completely
FOIL.
factor. Y equals x squared plus 7x plus 7x plus 49.
Right. How much should it be?
Y equals x squared plus 14x plus 51.
Right. So this is the standard form of the same parabola. Now, if you graph this x squared plus 14x plus 51, it'll also be the same parabola.
Yeah.
And you can write this as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So can you tell me what is a, b, and c?
Um, A is 1, B is 14, and C is 51.
Very good. And you know the c? This c is same as the y-intercept in the equation of a line. It is same as b. So when you extend this parabola up and up and up and up, it'll be cutting the y-axis at some point, and that point will be 51.
Okay.
We can check it out. We can go up and up and up and up, and see here, it's cutting at 51.
Yeah.
So that is the y-intercept. Okay. Now there's a problem here. Parabola can be above the x-axis, not touching the x-axis at all. It can be touching the x-axis, or it can be below the x-axis. Three cases. So the parabola which we are having here right now, what is this case? Is it touching the x-axis?
No.
So it'll not be having any solution. Solution means the x-intercepts, as I told you. So whenever you want to get the solution, that means you have to check out where the line or parabola or anything cuts the x-axis or touches the x-axis, but it's not touching and it's not cutting. So it's not having any solution. We can confirm it by using a calculator. And we can solve it by using the apps button. You're having an apps, and then you're having PLY SMLT2, and then you can go to the polynomial root finder, and then you can go enter and plug in the A, B, and C. A is 1, B is 14, C is 51. When you try to solve it, you'll not be getting any real roots. No real roots found because it's not touching the x-axis. Are you trying to get what I'm saying? as I told you, whenever you want to get the solution or roots or what do you say, answer, or you can say x-intercept, they are
Mm-hmm.
all the when the line which where the line or the parabola cuts the x-axis or touches the x-axis. Since this parabola is not touching the x-axis at all, doesn't that mean it's not having any solution? No solution, right?
Yeah.
No real solution. So that is a thing here, that we don't have any real solution in this parabola. But we can have definitely in different parabolas, we can have those parabolas, touching the or cutting the x-axis. We can have one solution or two solutions at max, and we want to know what the solution is. So how can we know the solution? See here. Um, how can we know the solution about a parabola? We
Quadratic equation.
we are having yes, we're having a quadratic equation. C y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. If I'll take this as first of all, I want to tell you the third representation of parabola, which is the factored form. One I told you vertex form,
Yeah.
which is y equals a times x minus h whole squared plus k, and the second thing I told you standard form,
Yeah.
which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, and the third is factored form, which is simply a times x minus some x-intercept and x minus some another x-intercept, m and
Mm-hmm.
n. So let's try to have an example for this. Let's try to write in a factored form, x minus 3 times, let's do it as uh, x plus 4, enter. So see here, you're having a parabola which is directly, having the x-intercept as -4 and 3, and this will be given directly from this equation.
Oh, okay.
Y equals x minus 3 times x plus 4. Now, if you want to know what are the x-intercepts, you'll be plugging them at 0. So x minus 3 equals 0, x equals 3. So this is one x-intercept here. And x plus 4 equals 0, so x equals -4. So this is another x-intercept.
Okay.
So this is also the representation of parabola. Y equals x minus 3 times x plus 4. Now, can you solve it? You'll be getting the standard form.
That equals y equals x squared plus x plus x 4x plus -3x plus minus 12
Right. So it'll be y equals x squared.
plus x minus 12.
Correct. So this is the standard form. Now, if you want to create the one more equation, which is the vertex form of this parabola, since we have created the standard form, we are already knowing the factored form. We can create a vertex form also. For that, we need the what we need the
Um, to make
coordinate.
the standard form,
No, to make it in the vertex form,
we need the vertex.
we need the vertex exactly. We are having this. We're having the factored form here.
Mm-hmm.
We're having the standard form here. Now, if you want to know the vertex, the shortest possible way of getting the x coordinate of the vertex is having a formula from the standard form. I can show it. See, uh, isn't this as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c.
Yeah.
How much will be a here?
1,
B
1,
to c.
-12.
The shortest possible way of getting the x-intercept of vertex is a formula taken from this ABC is simply negative b divided by 2a.
This is to get the
X-intercept
x-intercept.
of vertex. Sorry, not intercept, x-coordinate of vertex. Sorry,
Oh, x-coordinate.
of vertex. Yeah, like which is at the bottom, which is I can show it one sec. Uh, Going down. See, this is the but again, no, this is the y-intercept, no problem. But here you can check out the coordinates of the vertex, negative 0.5 and negative 12.25, right? You
Mm-hmm.
see, negative 0.5 and negative 12.25. That's what we need for creating the equation in vertex form. But how do you calculate the x-coordinate of the vertex if you don't have the graph? Then you can use the formula that is negative b divided by 2a. Now, can you
Mm-hmm.
solve negative b divided by 2a where b is 1 and a is 1? So how much will it
Um,
be?
-1/2.
Correct. It'll be negative 1 divided by 2 times 1. So it'll be negative 1/2, or you can say negative 0.5, right?
Yeah.
That is true. We are right. It's negative 0.5. But you have calculated the x-intercept from the standard form by using the equation, by using the formula. How do you calculate the y-intercept? Simply plug in the x value in the equation.
Oh, okay. So you plug in the x-coordinate of the vertex into the equation, and that gives you the y-coordinate of the vertex?
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
So when you plug in y equals negative 0.5 square plus 0.5 minus 12. So when you solve it, how much you get?
Let me quickly check.
Yep, check it. Oh, it's negative 0.5. Sorry, it's negative 0.5 here in the middle. It's negative
Okay.
0.5 squared plus negative 0.5 minus 12.
Okay. I got 0.5 squared. That's negative 0.25
No, when you square any
minus,
negative number, it'll become positive, isn't it? Negative 0.5 times negative 0.5 will be positive 0.25.
yeah, and then minus 0.5. That's negative 0.25 minus 12. So it's negative 12.25.
Correct. So that is the y-intercept of the vertex. Now we
Mm-hmm.
can write the equation. We know that the equation of the vertex is y equals x minus h whole square plus k, right? That is the vertex form.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can write y equals x minus h. What is h?
H is the vertex.
Yeah, but
HK is a vertex.
h and k is the vertex, but isn't h the x coordinate of the vertex?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So this is h and this is k. So h is negative 0.5, so it'll be negative negative 0.5. Wouldn't it be positive? Because the formula is containing a negative, so it'll be x minus negative 0.5 whole square. Won't that be positive 0.5?
Yeah.
And then you're having plus k, but k is negative 12.25, so it'll be negative 12.25. So this will be the equation in the vertex form.
Okay.
So we got the three forms. One is the factored form, another one is the vertex form, and the third one is the standard form. So you should be able to convert all of these into each other.
Okay.
Now, you calculated the vertex from the standard form by using the formula negative b divided by 2a, right?
Yeah.
You can also calculate the x-coordinate of the vertex from this factored form. How? Let us see how here. Are you able to see that in case of factored form, if I go a little bit up, 1 second, how much, which point, what are the points, what are the x-intercepts?
They were 3 and -4.
3 and -4. So we're having them as here, going a little inside. Okay, 3 and -4, right? Now, isn't the x value of the vertex exactly the middle value of 3 and -4?
I don't get what you mean.
Uh, since we are having the x coordinate of the vertex, since this parabola is a symmetric parabola, so if you are taking this point, the middle point of the parabola, won't that be equidistant from this and this?
He, I'm
Because,
still a bit
yeah,
confused.
yeah. Because see, the thing is that parabola is a symmetric thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's having, if I create an imaginary line here, cut it into
Oh,
two
like
parts.
they're both like the same distance from each other?
Exactly. So the distance from here, for example, if that is 2 units, it'll be here also 2 units. If it's 3 units, it'll be also 3 units. If it's 1 unit,
Yeah,
it'll be also 1 unit, right?
yeah,
So, but at the same time, isn't this imaginary line, also cutting the vertex?
yeah,
So when you want to know the x coordinate of the vertex, won't that be the middle point?
it would. Oh,
So if
wait, so you just divide what you, like the y
exactly,
value in half?
you divide the x values in like you
Oh,
calculate
x
the
value.
midpoint simply. You calculate the midpoint. -4
Oh, okay.
plus 3 divided by 2. Midpoint is, adding the two numbers divided by 2. So
Oh,
we're having
okay.
we're having the two numbers as -4 and 3. So -4 plus 3 divided by 2. So it'll be -4 plus 3 is -1 divided by 2 will be -0.5 again.
Oh, so to get the vertex, you add both solutions of the equation and divide by 2?
Exactly. You add both of the
Okay.
x-intercepts divided by 2, you'll be getting the x-intercept of the vertex.
Okay.
And then in order to calculate the y-intercept, you can again plug in this -0.5 in this vertex, in this form, like in this factored form. You can plug in -0.5 minus 3 times -0.5 plus 4. It'll again be -12.25. So whether you use the factored form or you use the standard form, you can calculate the vertex in both the ways.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So this session is very important. You have to revise it so many times because I'm giving you so much together.
Yeah.
Hmm. So we're having three representations: vertex, standard factored form, and vertex form is going to give you directly the coordinates of the vertex, h comma k. Standard form is going to give you, a, b, and c, where c is the y-intercept. It's going to give you the y-intercept. It's also going to give you -b divided by 2a. That is the coordinate of the vertex, x coordinate of the vertex, right?
Yeah.
It's also going to give you something else very important. I'll be showing it here. It's going to give you the standard form, the sum of the solutions, the sum of the x-intercepts. What are the x-intercepts of this equation? of this parabola?
Um, 3 and -4.
3 and -4. What's their sum?
Um, -1.
-1. So it's directly going to give you by ABC, you can use them to get the sum of the solution. Sum is always equal to -b divided by A.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and product of the solutions is always equal to C divided by A.
Okay, so the sum is equal to -b divided by A.
Yes. So if you write the standard form is y equals x squared plus x minus 12, isn't that?
Yeah.
Now can you solve -b divided by A?
So that's -1 divided by 1.
That's -1,
That's
correct? And that is true. We're having -4 and 3. So when you add them, -4 plus
oh
3, it's -1. Now if you'll do
yeah.
the multiplication of the answers, -4 multiplied by 3, how much will that be?
-4, -12.
-12. So can you do C divided by A?
C divided by A, -12 divided by 1. That's -12.
That's it.
Uh,
So sum is also calculated, product is also calculated by directly using ABC. So -b divided by A is sum, C divided by A is product, and the x coordinate of the vertex is -b divided by 2A.
okay.
Right? So it's going to give you so many things. And one more thing, very important, which is, what A will give us. This A is also going to give you some important information, but let's log out here and come to the Skype. I have given the invite, right?
Yeah, I got it.
So can you just open the Skype?
Okay.